Okay, so I'm working from this layout, which is the Earthquaker Devices Acupulco Gold with added gain pot. So to begin with, we're going to prepare the Vero board, which basically just means copy this. So what have we got? We have 10 by 15. So we'll just cut the Vero board, then mark out all of the cuts and drill out the red spots where they need to be. Okay, so there is a rough guide. It's all drilled and ready, and there's a rough guide of where to put the links and just where the cuts are highlighted, so that will make it easier to put the components in. So, next step is to gather up the components and then we can start building. Okay, so the next step will be to add the links. So join along these black lines that I've already plotted out, and then I'll start populating the board. Okay, so that is all of the components placed except for the IC chips, the JRC 386 chips. I'll put them in after I have all the off-board wiring and everything done. So I think it went pretty well. I did kind of burn off part of the callus on my index finger, but that's okay. It'll just make playing guitar a bit hard for a day or two, which is extremely annoying. So yeah, hopefully this works. I'm going to have to score between the solder lines to make sure there's no bridges, but it looks pretty decent. I've built one of these before, but without the gain pot mod, so this is a little bit different. Not much different though, really. I failed to build it one time before I built the successful one knob version. Hopefully this will work first time, but we'll see. So next to do is all of the off-board wiring, and then I'll drill an enclosure and we should be able to wrap it up pretty quickly. It's an easy enough project, there's not that many components in it, and it does sound pretty cool. Right, so I've been looking at what I need to finish it, and main thing is the volume and gain potentiometer. I have the volume, which is an A100K, but it calls for a C1M for the gain, which I don't have. But looking through the comments on the Tagboard Effects website, some people are using B500K, so I'm going to attempt that. So we'll just plow on and see if it works. Okay, so I'm just fixing a mistake that I just noticed where I had gain 3 attached to where gain 2 should be, so I'm just swapping those cables. Because as we all know, there's always something wrong that you don't notice until you go back a day later, or a couple of days later in this case. And this is always a pain. Things have been soldered and desoldering them, and it's never perfect. Nothing ever fits as good the second time round. Yeah, it's not going to work. I'm going to have to just attach it there. But anyway, I'm going to do this and then I'll work away with the input-output jacks, the switch, and the DC jack. Okay, so that is everything done. Save again for putting in the IC chips, which I always seem to forget. But yeah, it's all wired up and it should work, so we'll test it and then I'll consider putting it in an enclosure. Okay, so I can't figure this out. I think I have some kind of ground fault by sound that's outputting / not outputting. I've tried reflowing all the solder, checking all the joints, checking the build against the circuit diagram, and I can't figure it out, so this is officially going on the I don't know pile, and I'll look at it again some other time if I'm bothered. So, well, I guess, like the Mythbusters say, failure is always an option. I'm kind of annoyed though, because I did manage to build this once before, and it worked perfectly, just without adding the gain pot. I'm not sure if that's the reason it's failing. It's possible. But I'll take another look in a few years. I have some other projects I want to move on to, so I think I'll wrap this one up and chalk it down as a momentary failure and keep making more interesting stuff. So, thanks for watching. Sorry I couldn't give you a more conclusive conclusion, but that's life.